such a funny story. I can't believe that happened to you. It's so wonderful to have you here today.
The studio lights glow softly as the morning show begins, filling the set with a warm and welcoming energy. Kylie Kelce walks onto the stage with a calm confidence, her posture relaxed but assured. She greets the hosts with a polite smile, exchanging brief pleasantries as the audience applauds enthusiastically. Dressed in a tasteful pastel blazer and neutral tones, she fits seamlessly into the bright, polished atmosphere of a daytime television set. Everything about the moment feels carefully balanced and positive, exactly what viewers expect from a friendly morning interview. As Kylie takes her seat on the modern couch, the conversation opens with light topics. The hosts praise her community work and reference her public image as grounded and family-oriented. Kylie responds thoughtfully, nodding as she listens and answering with warmth and grace. Her expressions are open, her tone steady, giving the impression of someone comfortable in the spotlight but not seeking it. The audience watches attentively, sensing sincerity in her words. Camera angles switch smoothly between close-ups and wide shots, capturing smiles, subtle laughter, and approving reactions from the hosts. There is no sign yet of conflict or discomfort. Instead, the scene feels safe, professional, and almost routine. This calm beginning creates a strong contrast to what is about to unfold later, making the eventual tension more impactful. At this moment, Kylie appears composed and respected, unaware that a single question will soon shift the entire mood of the show and turn an ordinary interview into an unforgettable live television moment. The shift in energy is subtle at first, almost easy to miss. The host leans forward slightly and introduces a new question, one that moves away from light conversation and into more personal territory. Kylie listens carefully, her head tilted just enough to signal attention, but her expression begins to change. The easy smile she wore earlier softens and then fades, replaced by a brief pause that feels longer than it actually is on live television. She takes a measured breath before responding, choosing her words carefully. Her posture remains composed, but her shoulders stiffen, signaling discomfort. The studio, once filled with relaxed chatter, grows noticeably quieter. Even the audience senses the tension, their reactions muted as they wait for her answer. The host's tone remains casual, yet the question lingers in the air, pressing against an unspoken boundary. As Kylie speaks, her voice stays calm, but there is a firmness underneath it that wasn't present before. She clarifies her position without raising her voice, making it clear that the topic is more sensitive than expected. The cameras catch small details, the tightening of her jaw, the steady eye contact, the brief glance away as she gathers her thoughts. The host nods, attempting to smooth the moment, but the atmosphere has already changed. What was once a friendly interview now carries an undercurrent of unease. The audience can feel it, the hosts can feel it, and Kylie can feel it most of all. This moment marks the beginning of a turning point, where polite conversation gives way to emotional tension that can no longer be ignored. The tension that has been building now moves fully into the open. Another comment follows, meant perhaps to clarify or push the discussion forward, but instead it lands with visible weight. Kylie straightens in her seat, her body language shifting from guarded to resolute. She no longer leans back casually. Instead, she faces the host directly, signaling that this is no longer a light exchange but a serious moment. She responds with clear conviction, her voice steady yet unmistakably firm. There is no anger in her tone, but there is authority. She explains her perspective, setting boundaries and correcting assumptions that she feels are unfair. Each word is deliberate, measured, and confident. The studio feels smaller now, the bright set unable to soften the intensity of the moment. The host appears caught off guard, offering a quick follow-up that seems intended to diffuse the situation. Instead, it only highlights the divide. Kylie maintains eye contact, her expression calm but unyielding. The audience reacts with scattered murmurs, sensing they're witnessing something unscripted and real. Cameras cut between close-ups, capturing the seriousness in Kylie's eyes and the visible discomfort on the host's face. Despite the rising emotional charge, voices remain controlled, making the exchange even more powerful. There is no shouting, no theatrics, just a sharp clash of perspectives unfolding live on air. In this moment, it becomes clear that the interview has crossed a line from casual conversation into confrontation. The atmosphere is heavy, and the sense that something irreversible is about to happen hangs over the set, impossible to ignore. A brief silence follows, heavier than any raised voice could be. Kylie exhales slowly, as if making a decision she has already been weighing in her mind. Her gaze drops for a moment, then lifts again with clarity and resolve. She calmly states that she is no longer comfortable continuing the conversation under these circumstances. Her tone is controlled, but the finality in her words leaves no room for negotiation. She reaches up and gently removes the microphone clip to her clothing, the small gesture carrying enormous impact. The soft sound of the mic disconnecting echoes in the quiet studio. The host begins to speak, attempting to recover or redirect, but Kylie is already standing. She offers a brief, polite nod toward the audience, thanking them without elaboration. Gasps ripple through the crowd, and a few stunned faces are caught by the cameras. As she steps away from the couch, the contrast between her calm composure and the chaos of the moment becomes striking. The hosts remain seated, frozen in uncertainty, unsure whether to follow, speak, or cut to commercial. Studio lights continue to shine brightly, indifferent to the disruption unfolding beneath them. Kylie walks off the set with steady steps, her posture upright and dignified. There is no dramatic rush, no emotional outburst, just a quiet refusal to stay. The silence she leaves behind is powerful, filling the space where casual conversation once lived. In that instant, a routine morning show transforms into a viral moment, and everyone watching knows they have just witnessed something rare and unscripted on live television. Behind the scenes, the atmosphere is completely different from the polished calm of the studio. Kylie walks down the hallway away from the set, her steps steady but purposeful. The noise of the audience and the bright lights fade behind her, replaced by the muted sounds of production staff and distant voices. Her expression is firm, a mix of relief and determination, as if she knows she made the right choice despite the weight of the moment. Inside the studio, the hosts struggle to regain control of the broadcast. Awkward transitions and forced smiles attempt to patch over what just happened, but the tension is impossible to erase. Viewers at home sense the discomfort, knowing the moment was not planned. Producers scramble off camera, signaling and whispering as the show continues. Meanwhile, the reaction spreads instantly beyond the studio walls. Clips of the walk-off begin circulating online within minutes. Social media fills with opinions, support, criticism, and speculation. Some praise Kylie for standing her ground and protecting her boundaries, while others debate whether the situation could have been handled differently. Her name trends rapidly, and headlines start forming in real time. By the end of the day, the moment has become larger than the interview itself. What began as a simple appearance has turned into a cultural conversation about respect, media pressure, and personal limits. Kylie's quiet exit leaves a lasting impression, reminding viewers that sometimes the most powerful statement is choosing to walk away when a line has been crossed.